I know you hear it a lot on motivational videos, and you've probably heard it 1,000 times already, but I'm gonna say it, and you never know, it might resonate with you in a different way. But life really does happen when you step outside those comfort zones that you've created for yourself. You know, we're not here to be comfortable. Well, in my opinion, we're here to grow. We're here to experience new experiences, and with those new experiences, it involves pushing yourself outside those comfort zones. And I wouldn't even call them comfort zones, because so many people are uncomfortable in those comfort zones. You know, they're fearful of doing more, but they're uncomfortable. They're in some sort of pain. They're not happy with their bodies, not happy with their job, not happy with the quality of their relationship. You know, they're not happy with the amount of income they have, but they won't step outside of that zone. Let's not even call it a comfort zone anymore. Like, I think even calling it that is enticing to stay there, but the fact is, it's an unhappy zone for most people. And you know, if any of that is your life right now, if there's any area you're not happy with and you're fearful to do something to change it, start like thinking like, it's not a comfort zone. You know, change how you feel about it and think about it. On the same note, I think that life these days has allowed us to be more, you know, more comfortable, more instant gratification. You know, we don't have to wait long for anything these days. You know, sometimes you can instantly download whatever's going to give you that gratification. You know, shipping is the next day. Like, if you want to buy something, sometimes it's even the same day. You can literally get something delivered to you within an hour. You know, we don't have to wait. And I think that's taught us that anything we want, it kind of should be the next day. Really, that's just not how life works. It's not how success works. You know, success takes time, and it takes sacrifice, it takes giving up stuff, and it takes delaying that instant gratification. You know, it takes saying no and making hard choices, and sometimes being very much alone. And you know, if you want it that bad, you're gonna have to sacrifice, and you're gonna have to give stuff up, and you're gonna have to stop expecting everything just to come to you tomorrow. You know, some people that are like, yeah, I want to be rich, and they're actually expecting, you know, that it somehow just lands in their lap. Like, the law of attraction is great, but I also think it's taught people to just wishful think, basically, and not to take any real action of their own. I think the law of attraction works with the law of action. You've got to put in the work, and you've got to stop just hoping, or even, I mean, my thing I used to be was I wanted to put the work in, but I kind of wanted someone to hold my hand along the way. Like, that was my thing. I wanted someone to do it with me, and I waited and I waited and I waited like 15 years nearly for someone to kind of help lead the way. It just hit me like a couple of years back, like no one is helping me, no one is gonna do this for me. Like, no one's gonna knock on your door and be like, yeah, let's create the life of our dreams. There's people that can encourage you, inspire you, keep you accountable, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna do it for you. I mean, you can sometimes get a business partner and stuff, but really, just start now on your own. I know it's scary, I get it, it really is, but once you start, it becomes less scary. I mean, I don't know how to explain that to you, but you will understand when you start doing yourself. And yeah, the only cure for fear is action. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing either. You haven't got to try and build Rome in a day, but you can do something today that will compound if you do it again tomorrow, and then again the day after, and the day after, and it's like improving that 1% every day and compounding those habits over time will create that success. And breaking it down into small chunks kind of diminishes the fears as much, because it's not so overwhelming. So for example, if you wanted, like I do, want to be a YouTuber, I was so focused on like getting the 1 million subscribers, I was so overwhelmed by that goal that it just led me to procrastinate. When I just changed the focus to, I'm just going to film a few times a week, build it up from there, you know, give the value that I can right now with the knowledge I have, and it kind of changed the whole perspective. And letting go of that perfection. Like, I know my videos are not perfect, I know that I suck at video editing right now, but I know that it comes from practice. I could hide away for a couple of years and just practice video editing and practice speaking, for example, behind closed doors, or I can share my knowledge now, maybe not in the best delivery, but people will see that progression as well. And I think when I've followed YouTubers from their starting to their 1 million subscribers, it's been amazing to watch them grow, and I feel like I took more from that and learned more from the tips and stuff than I did if I just watched an expert. And the one of my favourite people that I follow is Stefan from Project Life Mastery, and I have literally watched his videos from day one all the way through to where he is now, and to see that change is what constantly inspires me. And I hope that this inspires you too, to know that you haven't got to be perfect, or you haven't got to be a pro at something to start. Like, you haven't got to be a pro long distance runner to start going for a run today. You can only get to pro, you can only get to the best by starting as average, or even less than average, less than the best. You can only become a master by being a student, and I hope that inspires you to take an action right now. Like, don't wait till tomorrow, don't wait till Monday or something. Do it now, like do it within the next hour. Do something that's going to change your life, and you're going to look back on and think, damn, like, I'm glad I took that first step. I hope this helps, I hope this inspires. Be the inspiration and inspire others.